my god. I've hit go live. Oh my goodness. Oh, Wi-Fi, I hope you work. I sure do hope Wi-Fi works. Sure do hope. Oh, jeez. Huh. Huh. It's working. Yes, it is. Wonderful. Absolutely superb. Alright. That's great. I have everything working. At least I sure do hope so. I checked it before, but I really want to check it again, because I'm paranoid. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Just turn the music on. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. I'm live. A couple minutes before I wanted to go live, but that's because I came downstairs and I got everything set up and I had a couple minutes to spare. And I just, now I'm here. So, as I wait for people to stop on by, I need a new Halloween profile picture for my various social media presences. So that's what we'll be doing, because I haven't drawn a new profile picture in a while, actually. So it's probably a good idea to do that, and get a new one. It's just being a bit. And so, spooky season is the perfect time to do that. I can't really draw much that's like super scary, so I just go more like autumn vibes. Because autumn vibes are doable. Okay. So, autumn, Halloween, spooky vibes. What are we going for? I mean, let's see. I always like ghost stuff. And like demon things. I might just do a pumpkin. I'm trying to decide. I haven't really decided what the profile picture should be, just that I need a new one. I haven't really figured out what that new one's gonna be. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired. I mean, I did a whole bunch of drawing yesterday because I just had, like, random inspiration strike, but it was not a good day for streaming, so I couldn't do it then, and I would have loved to do it then. But I was not in a good place to be streaming, so I didn't end up streaming that, but I did like a little, there's a Halloween SMP that's being made for Minecraft YouTube Twitter artists, or other artists. Well, I feel like I saw that on Instagram too. I don't use Instagram much. And the format was really cute, so I liked it a lot and I used it. But that was just like basically an old OC, but made slightly better. So that old OC is pretty shit, because I made it when I was like, 13. None of our 13-year-old ACs are good. ACs, OCs. 13-year-olds ACs isn't good either. You know what, I'm just gonna do pumpkin. We're just doing spooky season pumpkin, because I don't really have a better idea. I have no better idea. And, I mean, it's COVID, and I'm too old to go trick-or-treating anyway, so I don't really have a costume for Halloween, otherwise I'd draw that, but don't really have one of those. So it's pumpkin time. When in doubt, pumpkins. Also, I realize spooky season isn't super duper cold, but, you know, I live, like, up vaguely north. It's cold. It's cold, so I'm going full fall sweater vibe. Because, well, I don't really wear sweaters, like scarves and stuff. Well, no, I wear scarves occasionally. I like sweater vibe fashion, but, like, I don't wear it much. I'm a sweatshirt person. But they look really cute. I want this to be centered, so I think I need to just make it and then move it, because the ellipse tool is great and all, but oh my god, it just doesn't like me sometimes. Like now. There we go. Pumpkin. It's vaguely pumpkin shaped. It's fine. Vaguely pumpkin shaped is kinda all I really strive for. Just like vaguely hand shaped is what I strive for. As long as you can like tell it resembles something, that's all I need really. Do I want to do a scarf? Yeah, I want to do a scarf. But you can't really see. If I do a scarf, the problem is there's a pumpkin in front. So you can't really see the scarf part. So maybe I just do sweater. Sweaters are fine too. Do like a cartoon ghost kind of thing too. Ooh. Yep, that is a spirit, 100%. That's what ghosts look like. I've seen one, that's what they look like, not like that. I haven't seen anybody show up yet, which is slightly disappointing, but that's alright. I will just hang out. You know what I could do? If I open it, is I can take my good old watermark here, and I can make that the jack-o'-lantern. I'm a genius. Genius. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to do that. Yeah. That's cute. But it's pretty... It's square in a circle, and I feel like it needs more than that. Can you do bats? How the fuck do you draw bats? Wait a minute. What do bats look like? Yep, that's a bat. Yeah, that's good enough. I've I've been trying to learn how to draw bats for like 5 Halloweens, and I've yet to make any real progress. I'm just... Bats are rough, man. Like, I'm just not good at drawing bats. I just don't really know why. Like, they're not a particularly hard thing to draw. Like, in the grand scheme of things, bats are pretty easy. Ooh, is that a new profile picture? Yes, it is, Mr. Mediocre. Hello, hello. Always happy to see you. And yes, that is the idea. And I just don't know how to fucking draw bats. But we'll get there eventually. Somehow. Somewhere down the line we'll get there. Like, that's not... Like, that, I mean, you can tell that that's supposed to be a bat, but it doesn't look like a bat. But I don't know how to make a bat head without making it look dumb. Like, there's that. I just don't know how to draw bats. I just don't know how to draw bats. Why don't I know how to draw bats? Why is this the thing I struggle with? Whatever, you can tell that's a bat, right? Like, it's definitely a bat. Yeah. That's a bat. I'll fix it when we get to line art. And make it look better. I need to stop being such a perfectionist on just, like, the first draft sketch of stuff. Like, I want it to all look perfect, and I'm just gonna go over it again and do it all over again. No, we're not. Nope, not that. So I just have to go over it again and just try and make it perfect all over again, so why do it the first time? Bet I'd try using the Batman headshot. I mean, you're not wrong. Like, I'm literally, like, I'm kind of going for the bat. You know what? Fuck it. Bat symbol. What's it look like? Looks like this? Yeah, I can replicate that better. It's more of like curved down to a point. And then it goes more like up. Fill that in. It's hard because I'm doing this all with pen for my own sanity and sake of simplicity. You know what, here, we're just gonna draw the bat symbol. That's what we're doing now. We're just drawing the bat symbol now. Trying. It's harder than I thought it would be. That's like so unbelievable. Fictionalism is a real problem of mine as well. Yeah. How about just, I can do cobwebs. Cobwebs are easy. How about that? This is all you have to do for cobwebs. And spiders are pretty okay. Spiders are chill. I don't really like them, but I just wish they'd be, like, further away from me, you know? I'd like spiders more if they were just elsewhere. Oh, I know what I can do! I know what I can do! I'm gonna do it on this side, though. We can do a little dangly spider. There we go. Legal spider. Greetings. Hello, Edric. We'll just improve that when we get to the actual making the pumpkin look good. I also know how to do skulls. I can draw a pretty good skull. I don't know if I want to add more, because if I add more, I can add a ghost. Ooh. I like drawing these little ghosts. Is it just me? I really like drawing these guys. Like, this is not an uncommon design for ghosts. And it's just really fun. It's just really fun to draw these. Ooh. That one actually kind of looks, that one looks kind of shit. Hang on. Ooh. I just think they're neat, you know? I just think they're neat. I just think they're neat. And then I can do a skull. I can do a skull. This is a skull. That's how you do a skull. So there's a skull. Whoop, whoop. Skull. Just wish I could draw a bat. I just wish I could draw a bat. Ah well. It is what it is. It is what it is. Personally, the scariest thing to me is drawing a front. Fuck off. Get out. Get out. We do not speak of that. Thought we agreed. It stays in the past. Was that my first stream? I think it was. We leave that in the first stream. Doesn't need to be brought up again. Stays. What's done in the first stream stays in the first stream. Please. Am I right or am I right? No. Get out. I like how I've designed my, like, sort of how I draw my hair. Because my hair in real life is, like, kinda like this, but it's a lot less floofy. And I like drawing floofy hair. Although my hair is pretty curly. It's like, it's not as curly as my brother's. It's like, it's not wavy. It's like midway between wavy and curly. But I also don't wash it as much as I should, so he's greasy. I need to wash it more, but it takes so much time. Don't wanna. Oh, that's right. I need this to be normal. I gotten into drawing the hair with the pen tool just because it gives it more of a, like, I don't know, I like the way it looks better. But then when I start with that, I forget that I'm actually working on the line art now, and so I keep going with the pen tool everywhere else. I'm like, wait a minute. That wasn't the plan. Okay, I just gotta redo this line, I guess. Almost. Nope. Nope. I can work with that. No, I can't. It's not smooth enough. Oh, come on, man. Not like that. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, okay, that's good. We're good with that. Establishing a way to draw hair is pretty impressive. Thank you. I always like drawing hair. Hair is really fun for me to draw. Because I get to make it really floofy. It's one of the reasons I like drawing Wilbur so much, is I can make his hair really floofy. I mean, technically I can make anyone's hair floofy, it's just with Wilbur it actually looks accurate. Drawing it with the pen still gives like some issues with the eventual coloring, because I end up having to correct the line art a lot more, but in the end I like how it looks, so. Don't like how this looks though. This is a problem down here. Okay, come on. There we go. Because I like it sort of tapering off, but when it tapers off too much, then it's no longer line art, it's a sketch, and then there's no distinct lines. There we go. It ends up needing a lot more correction than the rest of my line art. Because I don't really correct most of the line art, because I usually just keep trying until I get it right. Like, all or nothing it. I don't really correct it. I don't have my dog Hope down with me today, because she's an old lady, and thus has been having some bladder issues, so I can't have her down here on the couches. It's just sad. I just put stretched my leg out on the couch and I realized there's no dog there. Felt sad. I want my puppy. She's just right upstairs, but I want her down here. I also think I'm gonna do this for the earmuffs, because I wanted to make fluffy earmuffs, so. That's not quite the shape I'm going for. No, that's too thick. It was not thick enough and then too thick. I need the perfect thickness. Excuse me. Oh boy. I'm sorry that I'm not talking too much. I am particularly tired because I have to go onto campus tomorrow, and there's a group project, which is never a good thing, but we also kind of have a shit subject material. So, you know, it's in my essentially a history course where it's Travelers of the Pre-Modern World is the official name. And so, you know, it's about people traveling in the pre-modern world. It's about like pilgrimages and like various people who have given like us like the first written accounts of areas because they like went all over. So you get like Herodotus? Is that his name? I don't know, he was like super important in writing about shit. And so, you know, we analyze things, and we learn about it, we discuss like what it means in that particular time. It's actually pretty fun. I quite like the course, but we're right now on the Persian Empire, and specifically this one dude's account of, it might have actually been Herodotus. I've already forgotten how I butchered his name before. I genuinely don't remember his goddamn name. But he's like really, really well known in the general, like, that Middle Ages history sphere. He's pretty well known. But anyway. As I'm struggling on earmuffs, I will continue the story. So we're on the Persian Empire and the Scythians right now, and some guy wrote about the Scythians, the Persians, and the Greeks, because the Greeks and the Scythians were the only ones who beat the Persians and were not, like, conquered. And so this guy looked at that and went, how the fuck did they do that? When the Persian Empire is, like, huge and you guys are tiny. And you know that you, like, really messed up when somebody writes a whole book trying to figure out how in the world you managed to fail. That's when you know you just, bro, you messed up hard. Alright, I'm just gonna do this in pen then. I can't get this to work right. So the Scythians are like these nomads who are in like middle upper Europe, not Europe, Asia. I don't know enough geography to tell you what countries are there now, I'm sorry. But, you know, like, like some areas of Russia, some like southern Russia, they were like up there. Which I know Russia's huge, and so southern Russia doesn't narrow down a ton. Please don't strain yourself too hard. I don't know if you're intentionally doing this, but throwing something really helps you remember the topic. I know it does. Yeah. I know it does. It's also just, it's a thing to talk about and start a conversation and hopefully entertain. Hopefully. That's the goal of these, is to entertain. And maybe distract you from whatever might be bothering you by looking at all my stupid shit. So yeah, the Scythians. This is not even what I have to do the project on. The Scythians are, like, really, really brutal. Time period, oh jeez, 1100s, I think. That was, like, in that general area. It might have been the 1400s, the 13s, like, somewhere in there. It's hard for me to remember exact dates. I remember the material, not the dates, because that's kind of what the course is about. Is she doesn't quiz us on dates. It's about the content itself. Which I appreciate, because I don't remember dates for shit, but I can remember what happened. So the Scythians are these, like, nomad people who are, like, super brutal, like, you know, drink out of the skulls of their enemy, and they drink their enemy's blood. They scalp people and then make clothing out of the scalps. Like, it's, you know, some fucked up shit. So that was before we get to what I'm doing. So there's the baseline of just how fucked up things are, of what we're learning in this class. And now we get to what my group has to teach. Shoot, that's old. Yeah, it's old. It's pretty old. So, and we get to what my group gets the pleasure of teaching is Ibn something, IBN something. If you look that up, it'll probably be one of the first things that come up. Wrote about the Rus, which were, like, early Vikings, or just the Vikings by a different name. I don't really know. But the Rus, R-U-S, or maybe R-U-O-S, doesn't matter. The Rus are also really brutal because they're Vikings. You know Vikings. They're pretty brutal. All about, like, you know, death and conquering and stuff. But where it really gets problematic is with the slaves. Now, at the very least, Herodotus didn't really talk about slavery and shit in the Persian Empire and with the Scythians. I kind of doubt the Scythians had slaves, considering they were nomadic. It doesn't seem like that'd be very sustainable. Like, I don't know. It doesn't strike me as something that nomad tribes really had use for. So, but maybe they did. I don't know. And, you know, that's just kind of like what happened at the time is people had slaves. They just did. And we know now that that's very wrong. But you can't go over history without acknowledging that, yeah, there's a lot of people who had a lot of slaves. So, the problem is, I'm gonna just hope this never gets popular enough to be demonetized, because what I'm about to say is a little disturbing. I will try and keep it digestible, but if you are, you know, really sensitive to certain references to sexual abuse, maybe just come back in a couple minutes. But basically, the Vikings had a lot of female slaves. Some of them were sex slaves. Some of them were slaves that they also had sex with. It's because that's the thing that just happened, that we just have to kind of accept in this course. Which, fine, I get. It's just a thing. But the real disturbing stuff was that, when purchasing these women, the seller would have intercourse with the slave before you purchased her, and whether or not you wanted to, you were forced to watch. And then, when an important person died, so almost always a guy, because females weren't important in history, when an important guy died, one of his female slaves would volunteer herself to commit suicide and be buried with him. So not only do you get a life of torture and abuse, you also just have to fucking die with your abuser. And that was just normal. And I'm like, how the fuck do you want us to make this into just, like, a class that's not gonna make me sick to my stomach? Like, I when I was originally reading it, I genuinely felt sick. Like, it's just, it's gruesome, it's gross, it's, I don't like it. And while I understand the importance of learning history, do we really have to read the graphic details? Because, trust me, the details were graphic. It was even more graphic with the Scythians. Holy shit, the Scythians got graphic. At least with Herodotus's, I really hope it's Herodotus and I'm not just using the wrong guy's name, but I really think it was. Got real specific with, you know, what they did and what it looked like, and, like, lots of blood and gore, and I'm like, oh, and I just gotta sit there at 2 in the afternoon and listen to this. This isn't just 2 in the evening. Like, what the fuck? This is not the class I signed up for. Oh, yeah. Happened a bit too much? Yeah. A few too many times. Any times is too many times. Again, I understand the importance of learning most history. I really don't think this history is that important to be learned in that much detail. We can go with just, they had female sex slaves and they were treated very poorly. It was really, really bad, guys. Can we just go with that? And that be the end of it? I want that to be the end of it. But no, I gotta go do more research, and I'm just hoping that, like, it's a group of 4 of us, and so I'm just hoping, like, we have a guy in my group, I'll call him, Aaron. We have Aaron in our group, and he is, like, super into history, and so I'm just really hoping that he will take the bullet and just do that, because at this point, if you're a history buff, you've got to be, like, somewhat desensitized to that. Come on. Also, I think I'm going to do this with the coloring layer. That way I can overlay it. So, yeah. If all goes well, I don't have to look into it that much. I can do some other things. So, yeah, that's been weighing on me a bit, because I also just... And then there's other things that's been weighing on me, like, so... Without giving too much personal information, because I can't. But basically, I moved when I was in elementary school, couldn't have any contact with people because of legal reasons. But I'm old enough now that it's like, it's not a problem anymore. And so I actually got reconnected with 2 friends from my elementary school, which was awesome that I met them here at college. Like, you know, small world and everything. It was awesome. And it's taken me a while to get in contact with this one guy, because my phone is just, like, stupid. And I finally got, like, contact, and we've been, like, messaging, and he, like, doesn't really respond quickly, and I don't know, I mean, I'm always, like, insecure about whether or not people actually want to fucking talk to me, or if they're just taking pity on me. Like, that's one of my, like, top 10 insecurities. But, like, I'm just, like, I don't want to bother him, but I want to meet up and catch up, because it's been, like, 12 years, you know? It's actually been, like, 8, I think. But yeah, so that's... I feel like the professors have, like, a kink for this kind of graphic details. You know, it's possible. Anything's fucking possible at this point. I'm just so sick of having to read about it. And then yes, Mr. Mediocre, as a history buff myself, I get desensitized. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Like, eventually, you just can't give enough shits anymore. Like, there's just... You can't give enough shits. How do I want to do hands? Because I've realized I've done the thumbs wrong. Which I do that a lot. How do we hold pumpkin? Maybe like this. Hands! God, I hate hands. Yes, I know me and every other artist in existence, but God, I just hate hands. Okay, we're gonna do it like this first. Okay, that's the idea here. That's the idea. I didn't mean to draw that on the same layer. We're gonna do that again. I meant to draw that on a new layer. Eventually, if you see something or hear something enough, you're gonna get desensitized to it. Like, if you play enough violent video games, you do get somewhat desensitized to it. If you watch enough horror movies or play enough horror games, like, you get desensitized to it. But, like, bro, I'm not a history buff. I kind of dislike history, frankly. But, like, I just... Oh yeah, no, you can't see me, but I've literally been doing that. Whenever you see the mouse not moving for, like, a long period of time, like, right now, like, I'm just, like, trying to mimic holding a pumpkin like this. How do I hold hands? Like, I'd be on the side, probably. Actually, why don't I try that? Like this. Let's just do... Ah, Jesus. Oh. Oh. Take a picture? Yeah. I'm looking at chat on my phone. I'm reading your messages on my phone. I don't feel like taking a picture. You could also just do, like that kind of thing. Or if it's each individual, then like that kind of thing. Maybe. I also might just draw one hand and then replicate it. I've done that before. I am not ashamed to admit that. I have absolutely done that. Helps you have an actual object with you to hold. I mean, I have a box. Ugh. Which if I were to hold like this. Yeah, I have a box. Actually, it's the box that my mic came in. I still have it. Yeah, that's fun. I like having glass or stupid plastic shapes. Bro, I'm not that advanced. That sounds like some professional shit right there. I don't go that far. It's not right. Hang on. The proportions of that are not right. It's not supposed to get thinner as it goes down. It's supposed to get thinner as it goes up. You know, let's draw the circle first, because then I'll actually have, like, a fucking thing to go off of. I'm doing all of this out of order. Okay. Pumpkins are not perfectly smooth. So, there we go. Pumpkin. I don't like the bottom, though. Bottom's too lumpy. I don't actually remember if I even carved pumpkins last year. Carving pumpkins is fun, but I've never been good at it. I don't have the strength for it. I have very, very weak arms. Just in general, I am very, very weak. Not a particularly strong person. I was gonna go to the gym, and then COVID hit, and then I just never continued on that track. That's true. That's not even just me making an excuse of, oh, well then COVID hit. No, I actually did start going to the gym. And then I don't want to leave my house. So, especially after, it was like homecoming this past weekend, I think. I don't know if you're American, Mr. Mediocre, but it's homecoming, and I really don't want to go back onto campus. I don't want to. There's gonna be so many new cases. There's gonna be so many. Because students are fucking irresponsible as hell. And I hate being in this. I hate being lumped in with other college students. Because I hate college students. Like, I hate a lot of the people I'm in classes with. I don't even know that much about them, but if you're wearing your mask below your nose, I don't like you. Like, that's just... Because clearly you don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. So... yeah, don't really care about those people. Kinda don't like them. Go to a thrift store and see clear items. I don't leave my house. Don't wanna. Yeah, I'm from the US. School children absolutely suck. Yep. Yep. Good to know it's not just me that hate my fellow peers. Fellow peers? Fellow students. Hello, fellow kids. How do you do, fellow kids? Let's put that down a bit. You know, art hack. I could make the hands look purposefully wrong and make them claws. I could do that. And then I don't have to worry about rounding them, because it's, you know, it's claws. And then it's just claws. I mean, I still gotta adjust these a bit, but... Oh, I hate how it makes the lines all blurry when I transform the like, move them at all. Hate that. I just want to be able to move the damn things. And then the pinky's not right. Claw hack. can make them better than that, though. I'm still gonna do claw hack, but I can do better than that. Now it's gonna make them all blurry, but whatever. You know what, instead I'm just gonna redraw them, because fuck you, Medibang. Not being able to just transform it normally. It's like a new thing, I don't know why. It's just like suddenly become way more difficult to move stuff around, and it just makes it blurry. This is difficult! I'm not having fun. Start on the bottom. I'm actually gonna lose my mind. This shouldn't be as hard as it is. Idea. Haha. This might work. I can do things. Just you watch. I know how to do shit. Yeah. No, I don't know how to do shit. That was a mistake. That's not that bad. It's too small, so I'll have to redo it, but that's not bad. That's actually pretty okay. I always struggle with sizing the hands correctly. That's another thing that I struggle with. Hands in general are hard, but I always make them too small. We've just got fucking sausages on our hand, and I don't know how to draw that. Yeah, my phone's on low battery. Fuck off. I'm on low battery. If my phone dies, I won't be able to read chat, though, so I do actually have to keep an eye on that. I've done it worse somehow. I have somehow made it worse. It's okay. All I have to do is not get frustrated, and it will be fine. If I just don't get frustrated, it always manages to work out. But once I start getting frustrated, excuse me, it always goes poorly. I have to not get frustrated. That's not how fingers work. gotta fix it a little bit. But that's doable. This is fixable. It's fine. Okay. I can make this look even a little bit better. This is all right. It's pretty good. This is not bad. Doing an okay job. Oh boy, I missed a couple messages. But out of nowhere, but everyone have really good tips just doing upper body stretches like arm circles and drink warm/hot milk. Just like an actual baby and wake up with zero fatigue. Thought it might be useful since you got something big tomorrow. I'm not actually presenting tomorrow. That's on Friday, and I do appreciate it, but I don't know if soy milk has the same effect. I do not drink a baby cow's food, so. But I do appreciate it. I usually sleep fine. I have a habit of just staying up too late. Last night I stayed up too late because I was drawing. Like, my sleep is fine. I never struggle with sleep. Well, that's a lie. I've struggled with sleep a bit before. But usually it's my own self-control of not wanting to go to sleep because it means I have to face the next day. And I don't want to do that because the next day brings more responsibilities. But I've gotten better at that. So I usually sleep fine. Thank you, though. I do appreciate it. It's very, very nice. Very nice of you to be concerned. But I'm doing alright. I'm also tired today because I had, like, nothing to do except so much to do. It's one of those days. Like, I had nothing I wanted to do, but there was a lot that had to get done. And also, my grandfather and I do jigsaw puzzles a lot. So, the one we currently have is not very fun, but we have to finish it. Otherwise, that means we've lost to a puzzle, and neither of us are going to let that be the fucking case. So, that's another reason I'm tired, is I was doing that, and I was very fucking frustrated. But, again, I will not be bested by a puzzle. I will complete it. I'm glad to know that soy works well, too. Thank you, Mediocre. Try to get fat in, that's what matters. Oh, yeah. No, trust me, my diet's fine. Again, thank you for the concern, but my diet's alright. It's definitely not a healthy diet, but, like, I never said I wanted to have a healthy diet. Plenty of omnivores who also don't have healthy diets. No one seems to care about them. So, but thank you. I do appreciate the tips. I also, I've like occasionally had to use a sleep aid. So if it's ever really bad, I usually use one of those. And I can go to sleep pretty easily. And I know it's not good to like rely on those, and I don't. But if I ever am having a lot of troubles, use that. They're like over-the-counter stuff. It's not like a serious issue or anything. The fat in the milk triggers the sleep stage, yeah. I'm usually pretty good on sleep. You know what, I think I'm gonna stop messing with it and leave it at that. I think that's fine. Now here's the question. Do I copy it over, or... I think I'm answering my own question. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it over, but then I'm going to trace over it so that it still looks slightly different. That's what I'm going to do. Also, now that I have that, I'm going to do this. copy the handout. No, I'm gonna trace over it so that it still does look different and not like I copied it. Because I like it when art doesn't look like you've traced, like copied it over. I like it when it looks like when it looks similar, but you can tell that you still redrew it. I don't know why that's something that I care about, but it is. It's not like it's lazy to copy over. It's not that. I just think it looks better. More realistic. Not realistic, but I don't know. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Because my style is anything but realistic. See? Because now they're not exactly the same. I also think I'm gonna move this back a bit. Just a tad. Facing over is actually pretty smart. I'm stealing that. Go for it! I doubt I'm the first person to think of it, but that's generally my go-to if I'm doing like an actual full-on thing. Because then again, it still looks the same. I gotta still like work on this one a bit. It still looks the same, but you can tell that they didn't just copy it over, so it looks better. Again, in my opinion. Same with eyes. I don't like copying over eyes, although I usually eyeball it. I usually don't have to copy over eyes. I can get them pretty, like, definitely not symmetrical, but looking like they're somewhat symmetrical. If that makes any sense. So. Also, I think this needs to go out more. Never mind, it needs to go down more. Right, no, actually, it kind of looks okay like that. Yeah, that looks fine. But yeah, as I was saying, you can do the tracing with eyes too. Because then again, it doesn't look exactly the same. Especially because, I mean, I doubt my hands are identical. I know my feet are not identical. My feet are actually 2 different shoe sizes. Which is real inconvenient. But, you know, humans are not perfectly symmetrical. In fact, I know that you can do that, like, it's like a filter on TikTok or something for it, maybe Snapchat, I don't fucking know. Where people do the seeing if your face is symmetrical thing. I've never done that. I don't know how symmetrical my face is. I'd be curious to find out. I might do that. I mean, all you really have to do is just slice an image down the middle and then boom, you figured it out, so. Not super difficult to do. I'd be curious to see how symmetrical it is. I feel like my nose is not symmetrical. I don't know why. I just don't feel like my nose is very symmetrical. Whoa! Oh, it's lagging. Oh, it's because my computer's on low battery. Do I need to actually go and grab my charger? I might. I figured it would last for like the hour that I'm gonna stream, but I don't think it will. So, I'll be right. Oh my god, if I can even go mute my mic in that time. Oh Jesus. Oh jeez. Okay, we're just gonna mute my mic here and hope it works. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I can't even change the scene. That's how bad it is. We'll be right back after these messages. Okay, I'm back. Come to think of it, I should have just taken my charger down with me in the beginning, because, like, the main reason I don't take my charger down when I start streaming is because it's a pain. It's a pain because my desk is upstairs. Except I'm literally going into campus tomorrow and I'll have to bring my charger, so it doesn't make a difference. I'd have to unplug it anyway. So I really should have just brought it down. Although technically I don't really need I never need my charger on Mondays. I only need it on Fridays. But whatever. It's fine. I'm not sure if anyone else will show up today, but thank you, Mr. Mediocre, for coming in and hanging out. It's always very nice to get to talk to you. You seem like a very wise person, which might just be because I'm really young, but you seem like you know some things. Appreciate someone who knows some things. Or at least seems like they do, whether or not they actually do. You know, confidence. Just realized kind of how the arms have to be for this to work. I think you're saying I'm wise. Massive ego boost. Hell yeah. That's what I'm here for. I think maybe I'm gonna not have this. I think I'm gonna just have that. And then I'll add lines on the overlay. Yeah, we'll go with that. Also, my neck is weird. Why is my neck weird? There we go. Just realized my hair is actually a lot longer than this now. Like when I first designed an avatar like this, or profile picture like that, my hair was actually a lot shorter than this, but now it's like way longer. I could draw it longer, but I kind of like how it looks short. At least in the drawing. I like how it looks long in real life, I like how it looks short in drawings. Okay, actually let's do the eyes and stuff while I have the cross there. And the age-old questions, do I put glasses on this drawing? I don't like drawing glasses, just in general. I just don't really like drawing glasses. But I do wear glasses in real life. I can't fucking see. So if I want this to be accurate to me, I wear glasses. But I don't know if I really care that much. It's not like it's hard for me to draw glasses, really. Like, it's not that hard, I guess, but... smile. There we go. Profile picture is what you want to display yourself, doesn't have to representation. Oh, yeah, no, I know it doesn't have to be a representation of yourself in real life, but I like mine to be that. At least to a certain extent. Like, that's just what I like it to be. Trust me, I know it doesn't have to be. I have seen some people's profile pictures and, like, avatars and stuff. I'm like, that's not even a humanoid. But I like to display it as me. Like, a lot of the profile pictures I've drawn are, like, actual clothing that I own, too. Because, I don't know, it's just fun. It makes it seem more like I'm representing myself, even though I'm a very different person. Well, I don't know how different I am in real life versus online. I'm probably not that different, actually. I just realized I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Thick. I'm probably not that different. I'm more confident online, definitely. But, like, who isn't? I don't know anybody who's shy on the internet. Like, it's the internet. You have the safety of anonymity, for the most part. And it doesn't feel like you're talking to real people, you're talking at a screen, which can sometimes be good and sometimes be bad. I definitely say I'm more confident on the internet, but I'm pretty confident in real life, too. But anyway, I like to display it as me. Because it is me who does these things. It me. I don't know, maybe that helps my identity of myself. I don't fucking know. And also might just be some bullshit. I don't really know why I like it to reflect me. I mean, I know a while ago, like, when I, like, first had a YouTube channel before I did art or anything. Well, no, I still did art, but I didn't post art on here. I did Minecraft stuff, when I was, like, 13. My profile picture was basically an OC, which was, I mean, kind of similar to what I look like now, but not at all similar to what I looked like then. And I just say that because of the hairstyle. It's a lot the same, but it was basically just Ender Dragon based person, because I mean for the longest time my name was Ender Queen, on Minecraft and elsewhere. I was Ender Queen before I was Ithra, and I just kind of, like, I don't know, as I got older I found that really cringy. And I don't know if it's because, like, other people did and I wanted to fit in. I don't know if that was it or if I actually just kind of found it cringy. I don't know. Okay. Now I want to do the pumpkin. I want to do the carvings of the pumpkin. Let me make sure that this is all the way up so that it fills. There we go. Okay. Carvings on the pumpkin are going to be weird. Because the way I kind of want to do it is strange. Actually, as far as the logo goes, I can probably, or not logo, watermark. I don't like saying logo. But as far as the watermark goes, bep, bep, bep. I can just shrink this down again. No. I don't want it tilted. Shrink it down again to the same size. And I don't really need this then. Maybe even smaller so it's more visible. And then let me just do this. pretty easy. But like, there's more I want to do after this, because the whole point of like a jack-o'-lantern is that it's a hole carved in, and then this is light that comes out. And I have an idea on how to draw that. Just be more confident in trying real life. Can't imagine getting a good presentation grade if I didn't have a competent voice to boot my yeah. So my Google slides are terrible. Fair enough. I'm quite proud of my slides. Yeah. I'm definitely more confident than Shy in real life. I just think I'm definitely more confident than the internet, which is, I mean, a lot of that's just because, like, you know, homeschooled for 8 years. I didn't see people. So, you know, that kind of messes you up a bit. I think I want to do, like, this, you know? You feel me? I can just do this. Like, defines it more. I don't know, how's that look? I think that looks alright. I'm not a fan of this song, we're moving on. I'm never gonna curate a stream playlist. It's just never gonna happen. I'm sorry. We're just gonna be stuck with the stereotypical EDM. I don't even like EDM that much. It's just a good background for streams. Looks pretty good. Thank you. I'm glad you think it does. I think so too. I think this gives it good depth. And it still has like the same vibe as the logo. I actually, this logo is, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, an actual, it's a text that's available through the Medibang, which is the program I use. It's a text that's available that I then took, drew over, and then like edited to give it the like the line through it and the line underneath and the different color and everything. But it's kind of funny because Medibang has like, I'm on an old version and I can't get the new version for whatever reason. Like I don't even know why. I just fucking can't apparently. Just doesn't let me. I don't have the right software installed. I don't fucking know. But basically, I can't use any texts now. Can't use any font. So when I used to use this font in videos, I can't now. Which kinda sucks. So all I have now is the logo. I keep calling it a logo. It's a watermark, but frankly, a logo and a watermark are basically the same thing. Like, logo sounds way more official, but really, what is a logo if not a watermark? What is a watermark if not a logo? Like... okay. Now we do... Spooter! It's spooter time. I don't really need to use straight lines for it, but I'm gonna. If I wanted to be like real nitpicky about this, I would copy the length of the lines and everything, but that would just make it look not realistic at all. So, you know, we're all about realism here. I like drawing spider webs. The repetitive pattern is fun for me. Like, over time it can get tedious, but most of the time I like drawing spider webs. I don't like seeing spider webs in real life, but that's different. I also think I'm pretty good at drawing spider webs. Like, it's not hard to draw these. Like, it's just the stereotypical cartoonish spider web, but also what I'm gonna do is a thing. I'm gonna have this spider go all the way down, except it's gonna go behind it, because I'm smart. Hecka smart. Spooter. That's a good spooter. I like that a lot. Look at that. Look at that spooter. That's a good spooter. Okay, and now we encounter the problem of this. I think what I can just do is like this. But then I don't know about the lines in between. I don't know about that. I don't know. Yeah, this is fine. Also, I just realized I haven't unhighlighted the outside. There you go. That's better. I think that gives it enough depth. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, that gives it enough depth. But now this spooter. Sorry, I've been quiet. I'm really focusing on this goddamn spider. Oh. Yeah. Heck yeah. Look at the little guy. Thank you. Yeah, look at the little guy. Look at the little guy. Okay, ghosty goose. to be a smaller boy. But not quite like that. Okay, I want them to come from the same place but not be connected. I'm having trouble with this guy. There we go. That'll do. Ah! That's not gonna do. Oh, come on now. I guess it's because I'm drawing in such, like, few pixels because it's so small. I do a 100 by, or not 100, geez, not 100, 1000 by 1000 pixel usually for my profile pictures. And just like anything I'm drawing that's square, I usually do 1000 by 1000. And so when I get to the small details like this, I guess it's not having a fun time because it's pixels. Now here comes the question of how do I want to do the Ghosty Goose faces? I think what I'll do is this. Like this. Because if you've ever done some pumpkin carving, so long as you connect it a little, then it still works. There we go. As long as you have, we used to do, if you ever have a pumpkin carving that's a little too, what's the word? A little too, like, fragile, too many smaller pieces to it. If you take toothpicks, particularly orange or yellow toothpicks, you can use those to help keep it together. And it works really well. And that's what my family always did. Because none of us had the finesse to do it properly without toothpicks. Pumpkin carving's hard. People don't give pumpkin, like, not professional, like, really good pumpkin carvers do not get enough credit. It's hard. Because you're sawing through a fucking gourd. That's not an easy feat. You know? It's not. It's really not. What else? I don't really like how the skull looked in all of this. I could do a gravestone. Whoops, that's the wrong color. Hey, this is my favorite one. I can do gravestone. Gravestone's pretty easy. And then I can do this. Actually, I kind of like how that looks without smoothing out on the bottom. That looks better. I think that looks better. My goodness. By Jove, I think it does. Okay. And now... Ah! Ah! I'm sorry for how loud that must have been. Oh, jeez. My phone was still on. I'm so sorry if that was really loud. Pumpkin carving is hard. I cut myself too often because 1 second it's hard as stone, the next mushy, and the knife runs right through, scares the hell out of me. Yeah, I don't think I've ever cut myself with pumpkin carving, but I might have at one point. It wouldn't surprise me if I had. I do hope that wasn't too loud. gonna do? I wish I still had that. Now here's the time where I want that text font, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna straight up just draw the letters R.I.P. in a way that I like, which is pixelated. Give me 45 degrees. There we go. Okay, less than 45 degrees then. Let's try this. Look how terrible that looks. Wow. Look how absolutely awful that is. How's it look from a distance? It looks fine from a distance, but wow. Okay. I take it back. We're not doing that. Instead, I'm just gonna write. I take it back. I will, however, use the line tool still. It's too big. God. My handwriting is shit in real life, and now you want me to do it with a tablet? That's not a joke. My handwriting's pretty bad. Like, it's not the worst. My brother's handwriting is the worst. But it's definitely still pretty bad. Also, I am gonna, like, shrink this down to fit on the gravestone. I just want to actually get it first. There we go. That's not bad, right? I think that's pretty alright. And then I'm also gonna do this. And for funsies, I don't know if this will look good or not, but yeah, I think that looks good. I want to move the gravestone a bit, though. I've spent so much time on this pumpkin and not the actual me. Which is pretty funny, actually. It's a good pumpkin, though. It actually wasn't too loud. I'm gonna bass boosted memes I've seen these days. It's destroyed my ears. Well, good to know it wasn't too loud. Oh shit, I drew that on the wrong layer! How many wrong layers do I have? Bruh. I'm not usually this bad with layers. I'm usually pretty good with layers. That's fine. Like, usually I'm fine with layers, but my handwriting's atrocious. I'd rather type a paper with an Xbox controller than write with a pen! Wow! Wow! That bad, huh? Damn! That's saying something. My hair's not actually this red in real life, but my hair is a dark red. I do dye it dark red. So, and it fits the general, like, autumn vibe, you know? This is the problem I get with hair, though, is that all of these, like, little nooks and crannies don't get colored in properly, even with the tolerance boosted. That's alright, though. It doesn't take that long to fill it in. thinking about, like, if I were to dress up for Halloween, I don't know what I would even go as at this point. Like, I'm not sure. I don't have any, like, fun ideas or anything. I've never been great with costumes. Like, the one time I tried to put a costume together on my own, rather than just, like, buying a generic costume, like, for a particular character, it did not go very well. Like, it looked fine-ish, but it wasn't great. But in general, I don't know what I would even go as, even as, like, something generic. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of, like, if I would go as anything to do with Minecraft, but most of those have, like, been done. Like, been there, done that. It just would seem kind of silly because I couldn't do it any better. Like, Enderman. Every version of that has been done, and most of them are actually pretty good. I'm actually kind of... I like a lot of the Enderman ones. I think I'd be a pretty good zombie. Like, just as a generic Halloween costume. I think I'd make a good zombie. I don't really know what design I'm doing on the sweater yet, so we're just gonna go with red for now. And then I'll figure it out later. The reason I have the circle is I plan on doing a border around this. Of, like, something. I don't really know. Ugh, my neck hurts. 2 years ago I tried to rock a Plague Doctor outfit, but I left my mask back at home, so instead I was a cult leader. You know what? Improvise, adapt, overcome. That's all that is. I respect that. Pumpkin. That's what a pumpkin looks like. I've gone real quiet. I've run out of things to talk about. What else do I have? There's lots of things that happen, but not much that's really interesting that I can talk about. I'm trying to think. It's mainly that group project that's been fucking stressed me out. Like, that was the main thing I had that I could discuss. Oh! Hello, Chrono! Hello, hello, hello! Happy to see you as always. I was gonna bring up though, Origin SMP is back, if you hadn't heard, which is fucking great. And I am stoked. That was the other thing I had that I could talk about. Because I missed Origin SMP. It seemed like everyone on there just genuinely had a lot of fun. Like, it was just silly and chill. And so I was sad when it was, like, kind of dropped, except for Sneak. Sneak Snack's just always there. Sneak Snack claims servers. He doesn't make servers, he steals them. He's like a daddy long legs. He doesn't make webs, he steals them. from other hardworking spiders. Guys always copy my stuff. Fucking Daddy Longlegs? Or just a little confused. The Daddy Longlegs copying you? And taking your shit? Poor Spidey. So sorry that you have to deal with that. Fuck this song. There we go. Minecraft YouTube. Yes, definitely stealing from you. 100%. That's where they get all their ideas. Have you started your Origin SMP, by the way? I haven't really been keeping tabs on stuff. I don't know if you've started that or not. There's like a lot of SMPs that people start, and I just know that if I joined any of them, I probably wouldn't be active. Unless there's like an active goal to work towards. There's an active goal to work towards that like everyone's doing, and it's competitive. Oh, fuck yeah, count me in, but usually I don't really. I don't really stick around long. It's just, you know, ADD. I didn't do Origins first, but I did bring it back. Yeah, definitely. You brought it back. 100%. 100%. It's the opposite of red on a color wheel, green. Pretty sure it's green. My elementary school math hasn't failed me. Yeah, it's green. We good. Ah. There it is. There we go. Yeah, they probably don't know who I am. It feels like there's a spy in my friend group. There's an imposter among us. Goal is one of the reasons I want to do Vault Hunters at some point. Yeah, there's a lot of Vault Hunters though. Like there's a lot of stuff there. But that's just my personal opinion. It's like Vault Hunters was too much for me to get into, even though I adore Captain Sparkles, but like that was too much. I don't know if that looks better or worse, but I'm gonna keep it. Yeah. I think that looks nice. I like the the contrast between the dark and the light and the too much amogus. You can never have too much amogus. There we go. I like how the shadows look when I have it on the actual shading layer in overlay. Like the particular texture on clothing. I think it looks better. Maybe it doesn't, but I think it does. I always forget what I'm using. I'm using the pen tool rather than the pen sharp tool. And it's got different rules to it. Everywhere I go, I see his face. Amogus. He is everywhere. Okay, that's shading done. Let's add some color to the face. And to the fingers. There we go. Okay, now we deselect all of that, and we blur the shading where it needs to be blurred, which is, excuse me, most places. Excuse me. Why you no blur? Excusez-moi. What the fuck? Wait, what? Oh, because it's deselected. There we go. That's why. That's... Okay, so that's why it's sometimes helpful to have it highlight the outside of the select, because then you'll know when you've accidentally not selected something, and but in most other cases it's better to just have it be this. Fun fact, Vault Hunters, oh Jesus, oh boy, fun fact, Vault Hunters was worked on by the same guy who made the Twitch Spawn mod that I, an awesome dude, and Randu, I think, used for MC versus chat. I also think Techno for his charity stream. Really kind of disappointed that I didn't see Techno the same way. I saw Sam when he set up his stream. I also helped Sam set up that stream in a very minor way, but I like to flex. It's alright. Flex what you have. It's fine. You're allowed to flex. The blurred shading gives it a much softer vibe. The absolute like hard shading makes it look too solid. Blurring the shading a bit makes it warmer, softer. I like having it blended. There we go. I don't quite know what I'm doing for the background of this one. I might do like spooky forest kind of vibe, I'm thinking. My friend Awesome, we've talked a few times and never again in months. We're besties now! That is called a parasocial relationship, my friend. I can't blame you, though. what I wouldn't give to talk to some, like, popular Twitch streamers and stuff. I cannot blame you. And that's why donations exist. They make money off of that desire for love and attention. Okay. I think I might do skull eyes. I think that's what I'll do. Because those are fun. Like, I've never drawn them, but I've seen them drawn before, and they're cute. I need to zoom out a bit to get the pupil right. The actual eye itself, like where it's looking and everything, is always hard for me to do. I definitely have to redo the face. Like it looks like a creepy smile, not a nice smile. It's not the vibe I'm going for. I'm going for a nice smile, not I will murder you. So, well, we'll have to fix that later. Need to do tiny skull. But tiny skull is hard. Tiny skull is fun, but tiny skull is hard. I have murder in my eyes. Literally. I got this. Don't worry about it. This is really hard. Why didn't I just go with a bigger canvas? That's what true homies are. Yeah, talk a few times and then never again. It's weird because I'm not even much of an Awesome Dude or MC14 General fan. Just wanted to come back and be active in the Discord. It's the desire to talk to anybody famous. Just in general. Skull. Here we go. Now what happens if I overlay that? Yeah. Do we like that, or do we like pure white? What do you say? Chrono and Mediocre, I ask for your opinion. Which one's better, the pure white or the more orange? Maybe somewhere in between. I kind of like this. Like that. I could probably do that. Thought it was going to be a cupcake before you added the eyes. White. Yeah, I think I like this because it still has like some level of the overlay. Because I think you're right that the more it stands out, the better. So So yeah, I think I'll go with that. Okay. Spooky! Very spooky. Mixed? Mixed is way better. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I think the mix looks better. I just gotta do this here. There we go. Looks less murderous intent. Yeah. Okay. So that's that part done, except for I usually do. I think the eye's a little too big too. I'm gonna shrink it a bit. Yeah. The little adjustments time. And also the under eye blur. I don't know why, I just kind of like how that looks. So I started doing it. Cool. Okay. Now we do this. So, just for a moment here, boop. Need to make this a little bit bigger. No, I think actually that's the biggest it'll get. So instead, we put all of this in a folder and shrink it a bit. When in doubt, put it in a folder and adjust it that way. Usually fixes most things. So now, we shrink it a bit. Move it up, there we go. And then do this. Punch a hole through. And now there's a border. Cool. And now I gotta figure out what we wanna, what do we feel like doing for the background? I am feeling like maybe creepy dead forest vibe, maybe. Like this kind of thing. Maybe more. You know, dead forest vibe. Are you getting also a dead forest vibe from this? Because I'm getting a dead forest vibe. Ghost forest. Okay, yeah, ghost forest can work. White cobwebs would be nice in the background? Okay. You right. Yeah, so it contrasts with the dark. think I'll probably overlay this. It's cobweb time. My favorite time, cobweb time. I'm gonna do another one over here that's gonna look a little different. I think my phone is on, yeah, my phone's on 5% battery. That's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna end soon when this is done anyway, so my phone can die then. Right. So then... Hang on, I have a plan. Okay. And then I'm gonna see what this looks like overlaid. Nope, we're gonna do an in-between again. In-between! The best of both worlds. I think I might actually just do it at a slightly lower opacity. I could also put very tiny spider with green eyes and the cobwebs. That will be me not preparing to fight or anything. That doesn't sound suspicious at all. Does it sound suspicious to anybody? No. No, not at all. There, that's made that a little less jarring. Cool. All right. There's my new October profile picture. I could put a little tiny spider. I'm not gonna give it green eyes, but I will put a little tiny spider. I will give it red eyes. Smaller than that, though. It looks like a Minecraft spider. That wasn't even intentional, but the red eyes like that. There we go. Should I give him fangs? Little tiny fangs. I'm gonna get rid of the bottom two eyes and then give him fangs. Yeah, we're just gonna go with the eyes. I think the eyes look good. Would never attack anyone. No, I'd never attack anyone. No, never. Alright, job well done. Heck yeah, I don't even need to add a watermark. It's right there. I do think I want to make the pumpkin glow a little more. So I think I'm gonna do like a this. So that you can tell it's glowing. There we go. Pumpkin glow. Instant kill mode activated. Karen, no! Karen, no. Cool. And now we save it as Halloween 2021. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm gonna save the MDP file of that too. Alright. Well, there we are. I only did one thing this art stream, but I did say it was probably going to be a short one. So that is going to be the end. I still streamed for 2 hours. This took me 2 hours, so that's pretty alright, I'd say. For 2 hours, that's pretty good. So, thank you, Mediocre and Spidey, for dropping by. So happy to have you, as always. Always great to see you guys. I'm gonna head out now. I'm gonna skedaddle skedoodle. And go to bed so I can get up tomorrow and not strangle any of my partners. So, yeah. Again, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day, night, evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!